The fight has been announced.
Yeah,
finally.
Everyone wants to see. Well,
Finally.
I want to see.
No,
bro.
everybody wants to. Everyone that's a fan of boxing wants to see this fight.
Trust me.
I was very clear after I told everyone that Crawford is going to smoke Errol Spence, and I was right in sensational fashion. With these big fights, man just goes all in.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's no point.
You went all in with Usyk.
I went all in with Usyk and Fury. I'm going all in again, and I've been going all in the whole time. Beterbiev wins. The only reason Bivol might win, not the only reason, the only argument I can see for Bivol winning is he's been in more, not different types of fights, but he's faced. I would say yes. He's been through different types of opponents, different types of fights, and his fights have ended. He's still got the wins, but they've ended different ways.
No, I would. Well,
of his pro record, he's got 12 knockouts in 20 fights. So some of them he's mixed up in KOing a man or in getting to points and getting a decision. We ain't ever seen Beterbiev.
But in every fight, he's outboxed them.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But Beterbiev, what does it do to his psychology if he can't knock a man out? Facts. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. No, but we've never seen Beterbiev not be able to knock someone out and just outbox them. We've seen Bivol knock man out, and then we've seen Bivol struggle to knock man out and go, you know what? I'll outbox you. We ain't seen that from Beterbiev. That being said, I still think Beterbiev stops him. And I don't like domestic abuse. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to women. I'm a feminist, blood.
I hear you still. They're
oppressed, you know.
Trust me.
Big man too.
Some gal don't know about oppression.
I'm big fans.
Hey, but bring it back to...
What do you think? Break it down.
It says 50-50 as it gets, bro. I think... I say this...
It's probably the most... Is this the most 50-50 fight you've seen?
Out of all of the ones we've mentioned, Errol Spence Crawford, Usyk Fury, and Bivol Beterbiev, this is as 50-50 as
When was the last fight we saw a fight as 50-50 as this? Even before that? Because to me personally, I famously said Crawford 80-20.
You said that.
Both of us had Usyk clearly. Clearly.
The only reason why it even came slightly even because of poor judging.
Yeah. But and dirty tactics, but whatever. Favourable judging, all that kind of stuff. But in terms of ability of boxers, I don't remember a fight being this difficult to call.
I don't actually think there's a fight that I've seen in my life that's as 50-50 as this at the elite level. Like obviously at
Canelo Triple G?
Nah, bro. Let me tell you why, yeah? Because here's the thing with Bivol and Beterbiev. We've got the best knockout artist in boxing versus the most technical technician in boxing in the sense that we're talking about a guy who, according to CompuBox, has literally I think it's 140 rounds in a row where a person hasn't landed more than 10 punches on him. Over 100 rounds in a row where a person hasn't landed more than 10 punches on him. He went 12 rounds with Canelo. Canelo never landed more than 8 punches in a round. Now, I know Canelo's not a barometer for success, but you got to understand, this is as complete of a boxer as you're going to get. Yeah. Against as good of a knockout artist as you're going to get. So we're looking at it like, I agree with Nick in the sense that, I mean, safe money is Beterbiev by knockout because obviously he's knocked everybody else out. And the question is, what does Bivol do to keep Beterbiev off him? And how does he obviously try and go 12 rounds? At some point, Beterbiev's going to catch up with him. But here's the counter argument. Bivol's the one who's been more active. Bivol's the one not coming from injury. Bivol's the one that's younger. Bivol's the one that's fresher. So these are the counter arguments. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. I genuinely don't know. So you saying Beterbiev knocks out Bivol, bro, I would never, and I'm a betting man, I would never bet against that. Because it's stupid. What am I betting against that? Yeah. Because, bro, Beterbiev knocked out everyone he's ever fought. Yeah. Bro, I need man them to understand how great Beterbiev is. Joe Smith Jr. had never been knocked down in amateur or pros. He had an extensive amateur career, then he turned pro. He fought world champions, everything. He won a world title. Yeah. In the first minute against Beterbiev, he got dropped. Do you know how mad that is, bro? To never be knocked down in your entire career, and in the first minute of the fight, you get dropped. Bro, that's different level of power, bro. So before people say, Beterbiev's old. The counter argument is, bro, he knocked out Callum Smith this year in January.
Yeah.
So, bro, it is so peak, fam. Yeah. It is so peak. I don't know. I literally don't know.
It's going to be a mental battle. It's going to be a battle of attrition because
Facts.
Bivol, like you say, excellent head movement, excellent technical boxer, doesn't get hit. But what happens if he does?
Trust me.
How does he respond? That means if he gets hit 10 times in a round... We don't even know
if he has a good chin.
It's never, yeah. So if he gets hit 10 times in a round, we haven't seen those kind of survival instincts.
Yeah, trust me.
Beterbiev, we have seen those survival instincts. He survived an onslaught, a mid-late onslaught from Anthony Yard a few years ago.
But then he knocked out.
Do you know what I mean? And then he stopped Anthony Yard. So we know that he can survive. But then what happens to Beterbiev if he can't land these punches? If he can't land his punches, then what does he do? I like a fight where the coaches are going to be involved. The corner's going to be involved. The team's going to be involved. Everybody in their team is good. Whoever wins, their entire team is going to have to contribute to that win.
One benefit factor for both of them is not only do they know each other well because obviously the Russian Soviet upbringing that they both had, but they know what game. Bivol ain't going in there to try and brawl with Beterbiev. No. Beterbiev ain't going there to do no Sugar Ray Leonard outbox Bivol. They know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only benefit that they have.
You bring your best game, I'll bring my best game. Yeah.
And, bro, I'm just happy to see it.
The injury's interesting.
Trust me.
Then again, was a shoulder injury.
No, it was knee.
Knee injury.
If it was shoulder, it would be worse. It's a knee injury.
I don't mind that as much.
What, a knee injury?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a shoulder injury...
And he don't move around the ring that much.
Yeah, trust me.
He's going to slowly stalk his prey.
Yeah, trust me. That's not as bad. If it was a shoulder injury, it might help.
I think it's going to be even, and then whoever blinks first, whoever makes the first mistake, or whoever takes the first calculated gamble, they're both going to lull each other into a false sense of security, and then someone's going to gamble. Who gambles first? Probably Beterbiev, to be fair, because he's got the knockout power.
But I believe if he gambles and it don't work,
he's out.
You're done.
Yeah.
The reason why you're done is because
yeah.
If you gamble and say, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice rounds to go and get the knockout, you might be 10, maybe 8, 9 rounds down. And then Bivol's thinking, I see the finish line,
the moment's gone,
I'm going.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm not even going to try. I don't mind losing these last 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I actually think it might be a case of Bivol being ahead on the points, going into the championship rounds, and maybe even get hurt, but having to survive and still making it over the line. I can very much see that scenario.
Yeah.
I can also see it getting to the back end of the fight and Beterbiev stopping him.
This feels more like it doesn't feel like a boxing match to me. It feels more like a gladiator fight.
Trust me.
It feels like a man is going in there. The toughest man that the humans have is going in there to fight a lion, or is going in there to fight a tiger. It doesn't even feel like you're fighting another man. Your strategy for fighting Beterbiev would be exactly the same as if you were fighting a bear. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone that just, if they get hold of you, it's over.
And it's taking place in Saudi Arabia. We will try our best to be... I'm definitely going to be there. I'm 100% going to be in Saudi for that. Nick, if he's not in Saudi, he will be doing a live stream.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to do a live stream.
Yeah.
So tune into that.